Hello, beautiful people. This is the Don't Be Afraid podcast. I am your ever friendly host, Jamila Oiza Muhammad Jamu, and welcome to another episode of the Don't Be Afraid podcast. I have with me here back again, time, and again, every time, a fresh, fine man, Jidechi. He's a sports journalist and a podcaster too.
Podcaster. Okay. All right.
Podcast host, podcaster.
All right. How are you doing?
I'm
it's,
great.
It's been a while.
Yes.
It feels good to be back here.
Yeah, happy new year to you too.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
And our fine babe, whenever we just call her, she's always coming. Hi.
Hi.
The one and only feminist that would never forget to let you know that she's a feminist. Today we are surprised she'd not be a feminist top, but then here we have it, Simbiat. Hi, how are you?
I am fine.
It's great to have you guys here today. And I've said we should do this, or do you mind if we do? We have this culture, we'll just ask like really random questions. Should we do it?
Knock yourself out. Come
Okay,
on.
knock myself out. Knock myself out. I feel like I'll just do like this. And I'm like,
That's
and I'm
not the meaning of knocking
I know,
yourself
I know,
out.
I
Don't
know.
knock yourself
I know.
literally.
I know.
Let her knock herself out now.
I mean, if you want to do that for my entertainment, I'll not mind.
I'm not gonna give you guys that pleasure. Okay, I'm just gonna get the questions actually. Yes. Found you. What's the most interesting place you've ever been? Hmm.
What's the most interesting place I've ever been?
Yes.
I don't know. This is so cliche, but I mean a football stadium.
Still makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yes,
Can't be
there
like
is
say
one
make
that
I ask on that question. Because it's a regular, it's going to have to be there, of course.
I mean, it's one of the places I get to enjoy myself the most. The atmosphere in the stadium is nearly not the kind of atmosphere you can get in any other place. So that's what I think it is for me.
Is the tension higher when you're in the stadium?
I think it's the same thing when you're watching from home. It just depends if you're invested in the game. But the atmosphere in the stadium is never comparable to like when you're watching from home.
Yeah. So
Definitely never.
speaking of stadiums, yeah. How were you on Wednesday when we had to play against Banana?
It's Bafana.
Of course I know it's Bafana.
Don't hit. They say don't hit someone that's on the ground more.
Oh please.
It- it's-
Aibo.
Of course I know it's
You see?
Bafana.
I mean, let's be honest. They are down and out already. We don't need to do this. It's
I mean,
Bafana, but don't do this.
I know
today.
it's Bafana, but for the see that you guys are laughing.
Okay,
So-
well, where was I? I don't know. I saw the game. I like every other Nigerian. I was excited. I mean, I saw a lot of reactions about how people were feeling so tensed about the game. Understandably so,
Yes.
considering the game was pretty tense. But I mean, it happens. It happens.
Yeah.
You will watch again. It's not.
And then I said 1-1.
You will watch again. It's not.
I'm not watching football
Again.
I officially hate football from
Why does
today.
it feel like Jola cannot relate?
See. Because I'm dating somebody that likes football. My ex wasn't all about. I've never dated people that would like football, but like it's just introducing me to. So apart from Nigeria, I mean, I'm rooting for Liverpool now. So, but then this one, I'm rooting for Nigeria because obviously.
You have a choice.
Because
Yes.
of
You sounded
where
like
I'm
you had a choice.
no. Because of where I'm inclined to.
Yeah.
Like I was more particular about the Grammys just happened, and I was
yes.
really rooting for at least one Nigerian, disregarding my favor whatever
Yeah.
to win. But man, these Bafana people, they took the Grammys. I'm like, man, everybody was like, I'm coming as you. I'm coming. I was like,
We came
yeah.
full
So that's
force.
the, that,
Yeah.
that was the enthusiasm.
I was at the gym when it happened.
Fit fan buddy.
Thank you. I was
They're
at
still
the gym
gymming in this economy. They will shut that gym down very soon. Don't worry. The gym people will soon tell you don't have money.
oh please. So and then I was actually really tense when I heard that the South Africans, their goalkeeper was really good at his stuff,
Yeah.
and I was scared first. So when I heard that we won them 2-0 at first, and then they did one VAR that I don't understand.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
didn't
not
get
sorry
that, so.
actually. But then it got to penalty, and I was actually really, really the person that I was in the gym with was constantly checking live score, live score, live score. When I heard that we scored like this, oh my
Hope you
God.
carried more weight. Or hope you added to your PR. To celebrate.
We'll do it on Sunday. We'll do it on Sunday.
Oh my
But
God.
anyways, okay. So back to the questions. What's the most unexpected thing in your bucket list?
Jamila,
Expected for other people.
I don't understand. Ask that question.
Do you have a bucket list?
Yes, I do.
And what's that one thing that you feel like for other people it would be like, why would she do this? But for you, it's like, oh my God, I would die if I don't do this thing, or I cannot die until I do this thing.
I can't say that in
You
public.
didn't. You don't want to fly? Oh, okay.
I can't say that kind of thing in public.
Okay, all right. All right,
It's a turn to the brand. What's
Sorry.
that?
Yeah, I mean, if you ask me that same question, the same response you get, because what I had in my head.
I already knew the question.
Oh my God.
That's why I was like, Jamila. Why me?
Now, wow.
Ask me another one.
Okay. Let me see. Let me see. I have other questions. If you could instantly learn any language, which one would it be?
Portuguese.
What language would they speak? French?
Portuguese.
They speak Portuguese.
Yes.
Cute.
That's
Simbiat.
actually an interesting choice.
Yeah, because I never knew they. I thought they
No,
they
it's
sound like
Portuguese.
they would
They
speak.
have their.
Simbiat, if you could have any historical figure as a mentor, who would it be? Anyone? Oprah Winfrey.
Why
Why?
Nigerians like this? Somebody's name is
Selling
Oprah.
at
You
you.
want to call her Oprah.
I love her. I love the things she do.
She does what she stands for.
She stands for all of those things. And she's a really great presenter, interview.
Ah, that's true. That's
Once you
true.
watch her
Yeah.
interview, it
You're
makes
glued.
lots of sense.
It's motivational. It's
Yeah.
inspirational. You feel inspired to break.
Oh,
Rocks.
Jamila.
What? What did I say? What did I say? Happy now.
Nothing.
No,
nothing.
Okay,
Don't
all
think
right.
about it.
Okay, let's just go straight to this topic, please. So today we're talking about facial recognition. Is it needed for security, or does it invade our privacy? So I did check online, and I was like, okay, let me come and bring dictionary explanation of what this thing means. And it says that facial recognition is a type of biometric technology that uses data to verify the presence of a human being's face in a digital capture. And there are two main uses for facial recognition, and that is either for recognition or for authentication. But then I now also have a question. I mean, for us to converse on this, do you think this is needed for security? Is it the future of security?
Ordinarily, in Nigeria, we should have facial recognition.
It will help us very well, Abi, because we're not very secure here.
Yeah, exactly. So on streets, it will help you identify criminals the more.
Mm-hmm.
So
Would you
yes,
feel
a
safe?
civilized country should have it because we're all here.
Mm.
We can all see our faces. So at the end of the day, you can't choose to say I want to be a person without a face and say so. Either I like it's something that comes with it. So for a country, I think it makes sense. But if we are looking at it like okay, when you have phone apps now,
Not just
like
phone
WhatsApp.
apps, gadgets, a
gadgets,
whole.
like
Everything.
WhatsApp now. One of the issue I have is anybody can have your number and they can instantly see. They can instantly contact you via WhatsApp. If someone has your number, they can contact you via WhatsApp.
That's if the number is if you
If
connect the
WhatsApp
number via
enabled.
yeah.
So someone can instantly contact you via WhatsApp. Although they've tried to have some security measures.
Is that
over
a
it.
problem though?
Yes, because it's one of the reasons some people don't always want to be on WhatsApp. For instance, maybe a person comes to your house to come and fix things, plumber. Because of that, you have to give the plumber your number.
They give him number that is not WhatsApp enabled now, right?
What
That's
if
for those
you
that have
just
more than one number.
Yeah, what if you have just one
Okay.
number? Or what if your main number is the one that is WhatsApp enabled? Like my main number is one that is WhatsApp enabled. You
Okay.
get so that kind of person can easily find your WhatsApp and then send you love emoji and you just be like, were to
Of no, for that to even happen, it would be like lots of things would have happened
because of that,
already.
people can easily get access to
To
you.
you.
So, but that's not necessarily facial recognition because
Yeah.
of WhatsApp. So if you're having like apps that they automatically integrate with your technology, that could invade your privacy. So someone that you may not necessarily want to be familiar with to that extent in some context may then be able to access you, know your face and stuff like that. So in cases like that, I can think of it. I think there's this app that once you call someone, they can instantly see your number.
What's the app again? True
True
caller
caller.
True
also.
caller,
Yeah.
some people enable it, some people don't enable it. So if you have like an app like that, once the person have your number, they can
And to
see your
just
face
bring
all
your
over.
name. I don't.
your
I know.
face
I
and
know. I
stuff
remember
like
it
that.
used to bring out. It to just show you the person's name. But I don't know if they've upgraded to now having
Face.
pictures
So
to that
I
follow
think
up
in
with the
cases
name.
like that, that may want to invade your privacy. But generally, even journalists, if you're writing a story and you want to fact check the person, it will be good to know their faces because
Tie the face to the
yeah,
name.
that face to
Yeah.
name. Catfish in relationships, some people go use other people's pictures to come and
Hey.
toast you. So
Mm.
in a lot of cases, it makes sense. But like every other thing, it can be abused. There have to be regulations. There have to be
Congratulations.
settings where you can choose to enable. You want people to see your face, or you want this person to see your face, or you don't want that person to see
To
your
see your
face.
face and
So
stuff
I
like
think
that.
in that sense, largely it can be very good. I think if you are going to really integrate it into people's life, there's a lot of settings so that you can regulate an individual can have access to if they want to show their face or not. So that's my take.
Yeah, I totally agree with her. I think it's one of the things, the issues we have with anything advanced technology. It makes life easier. It makes a lot more things more accessible to human beings, but there are always the downsides to it. I mean, we
Yeah.
talk about how facial recognition really aids security, but also it's a huge breach because consider all of these applications. It's just like the way she was also talking about the app that brings up your name when other people call you. When you think about it in that line, imagine an app you registered on, totally different thing altogether, and you also actually had to submit your picture for facial recognition and all of that, and then you are on another app for another different reason, and somehow you see something like suggestions and they bring out your entire profile. That can be a little bit on
Yeah,
startling.
invading, yeah.
You're like, I mean, I didn't give you this. How did you get it? But considering how big companies and big tech work, a lot of them already do where they do this kind of thing where they buy data, so
Yeah.
they don't need to start from the beginning, which is
beginning,
a little bit scary because it simply means anybody can buy data. Anybody can get this information because I put it out there. So it begins to make you wonder whether you should go ahead when you want to register an application that requests for those type of things. Yes, it helps in things like security. It helps in things like catching theft and all of
Thefts
those
and all
things.
of that.
But there are always the downsides to this thing.
But also to add, most of these apps, when we're about to like start, setting up the app, putting our profile, facial, whatever, we forget to read the terms and conditions.
How-
But do we really read those
No,
things? How many things are
so
contained
wait.
in
In defense, have you calmed down to read
Like yes, I
terms-
actually do.
terms and
Did I?
conditions?
When yes,
Do you
it
know
might
how
be
long
so
it
long,
is?
but I feel like you can just skip some things and you like when you're
What if,
reading
what
through,
if
you
there's a
can see-
bit of
because I'm not saying every time I do it, but when it comes to facial, like my face, you're having access to my face, that data can be replicated and be used for other purposes. When I knew that this thing could not be a real issue, is now when AI has now taking the
I mean,
Do you
AI
get-
is crazy.
Yeah.
because
crazy.
at
So
this
now you have to
point,
be
you-
careful.
you
You
really
remember
have
that
no
trend
control.
of
Taylor
that
Swift?
is it
I remember
no there was a
What
trend
Swift that is
of
recent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
there was a
That
trend
is-
of this graphics picture that they turn you to so
Okay,
many things like
NFT.
no, was it NFT? But you sure had so many replications of you that they've merged you wearing another suit, like you look like something else. Imagine them using those kind of photos. No, imagine you being a media personality. You're probably signed to one agency that says you can't do stuff, and you're coming up. Maybe it might be somewhere as small as Mexico, and they are using your pictures for
Yes.
advertising purposes, which you did not or maybe you gave permission to, but you were not aware of it. So it's really, really somehow you have to like calm down. Even as though it might look like it's so stressful, but for your own safety, you have to read those things. And at the end of the day, you might read it and still go ahead with it, but it doesn't still change the fact that it's actually harmful to us, like for everybody in every cut down to every sector. So yeah.
So do you now think that the increased the security that it provides outweighs the privacy that it's supposed to give?
Yes, just like I said, like the AI is, I don't know how to put it, the AI trend. I've never been so interested in tech, but
Like
this
that.
AI, I'm so vast. I'm reading articles and I'm like, what is going on? They even go ahead as taking people's voices, even the
Okay,
music
yeah,
industry,
yeah.
that's it,
It
every sector is feeling it. And when it now comes to something that could be identified with you,
With you,
Yeah.
your
directly,
brand.
your face, basically. So once I have a phone that like, oh, immediately I'm like, anybody can use that data. So it's more. Honestly, moving forward, we'll begin to see that this thing is
Basically.
actually,
I think,
yes,
exactly.
it's more.
It's actually going to tell on us
Yes,
in like
moving
years'
forward,
time,
yes.
because it's just the development stage of
Of-
things like AI
yes,
and
yeah.
advanced technology.
Because they're
So,
not stopping.
yeah, exactly.
Stop
So
yet.
it's really in like some 10, 15, 20 years time would really
That's
be
even
able
too
to
far
tell.
gone, Sef. Say 5 years.
Possibly
time,
very
5, 10,
very
that's it.
fast. Sef.
And what I noticed is that they always bring AI to solve AI problems. So
Oh,
they
AI
bring
will not
another-
solve AI to solve it
That will then create
too.
another problem.
Oh, not
So-
solve it.
I'm so sorry
That's-
to
that's
put
just
this,
it.
but like if you even read the Bible, I don't know if it's also like in other religious books, there is a part that they are saying that you would now have to use maybe your face to make payment or stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And moving, and obviously I think it's like
I
it's
think
happening
it's
already.
happening already.
So imagine somebody like now, let's say, okay, I stopped using when I didn't stop it. My Face ID stopped. So I stopped using my GT Bank app with my Face ID. Do you know that before, if I'm sleeping, somebody can put their phone on my face
Yeah.
and buy airtime? You don't need my password. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Actually, one of the reasons I think it's one of the advanced technology I'm most
It's
uncomfortable
so
with.
easy. Exactly.
I have like
It's so
on-
you
on-
love it
on-
if you're
on- I
enjoying
mean-
it.
No,
But
I like it because
A lot of
I
people
like it
would. It
because I
makes
feel
the- no, the
uncomfortable
thing is,
typing my password in
that's the
public.
thing.
So
The
I know that
idea-
once I just do like
the
this,
idea
it
of-
captures it and it's
but
actually
the
fast.
app that comes
the
with
idea
it.
of
What's the
technology.
harm that
The
comes
idea of
with it?
technology is
okay
it
now.
makes it
Somebody
makes
can
things
put it on
way
your face.
easier. That's the idea of technology. Technology was invented to make life easy.
easier.
That's the main goal of technology. But one of the things is we don't see it as we are trading do I call it
Certain
that
bits of
stress
ourselves.
for
More
our
Pri-
privacy.
privacy.
Yes.
That's what we are literally doing.
Doing.
So we see it as
It's so
technology
easy.
is making things
Easy.
easy, brilliant, and
Actually-
everything. But
actually-
it's simple. It's a simple trade-off. That's what
Actually,
it's
let
all
me
about.
let me know even like there are times when I noticed it like twice. It just kicked in my head again because there are times when I want to feel like make like an Uber payment or Bolt payment and I'm just pressing and I look up and I just even with my glasses on I
You
just
see,
turn and
it
like
took
it just
it.
I'm like I think I'm
took
supposed
it.
to like literally put you like this before you work and I hate God because I just diss it because anyway you sha made my life easy so no problem but now that you actually saying
It took me so much time because I did not now prepare that Face ID for like a reason. Now it took me so much time. Like, okay, this thing is actually. Imagine I'm sleeping and my okay.
But if
let's
your eyes
not
are
take it so
closed,
far.
is it
My
now
sister, I don't want to
possible?
give her money. She knows that Jola is sleeping. She just puts it on my face.
your
and she
eyes are
transfers
closed
herself.
and it to capture
Yes.
I think
One
there
part
are
of
advanced
the-
technologies that don't even need your
Eh?
eyes. They just need your face. So the thing is, there's how Face ID kind of works.
You know when
There's
you're rotating it,
everybody's-
you're rotating
exactly.
it like this when you're registering. So
It's
it's
just
capturing
it's just
every
like
part.
the finger. Sorry,
Yeah,
the palm.
Yeah.
You can tell that everybody's palm, no matter how many people
Are
are on this
different.
planet, you can tell that everybody's palm is different. So I think that's the same way Face ID works. Everybody's face is structured differently. So it can tell this person's face is a bit different from
From
this
the
person's face. So I want to believe advanced technology obviously would not be needing eye. That's if it's not in
identical
existence
twins
already.
identical twins
That's
aside
the
God
thing.
said
For
The same
them.
thing. It's still the same thing. The same way identical twins have different fingerprints, it's the same way they would have different
Wow.
facial identifications. It's as simple as that.
So imagine you open this, then there was this, then we have cases of unverified apps. There are lots of devs, whatever, coming up with different things, just like to scam people. There are lots of websites that are requiring your face, whatever, just to scam you. So you go ahead there, put your face there.
That's
They are
true.
replicating that information. Then do you know that when they catch your profile, they have access to so many other things from
You
you.
know, there was a time. No, okay, no. This one is actually. I think it's a good thing. There was a time I wanted to take Uber, and then it required me to take a picture of myself to verify that I'm the one booking the ride and getting in the car.
Yeah,
I think in that case,
I think that makes sense.
that makes
but what
sense.
we're talking about
But for
right now
apps,
is that
because there was a time I was supposed to. I was
Exactly.
supposed to. I wanted to invest in this app, Rise Vest app, and he said I had to. That morning, he said I had to like take picture of my face, and I think my phone was having issues, so I couldn't even do it. And I've not even since when I didn't pull through with it, I didn't even go back to the app again. I just let it go, and I've been really lazy to even go back to even see if I want to eventually go
back to it.
or I don't know, just find something to invest in, something else, yeah. And I just remember that and it's in line with what you said, that the apps actually take
All those
pictures
data,
of you.
yeah.
And what if they use it for something
For something else, you have no control over it because
that's true, because
it's
they
stored.
won't tell you that
it's
okay
stored, yes.
if they won't give you any.
You know, like the way you go to the embassy. You know, like when you go to your embassy.
Trust me,
Now
nobody.
we can use this information that's on this app. We can use it, distribute it.
Agree
like,
or
That's what I'm
continue.
saying, now it's part in that terms and of
there.
let's read it though, read it. Especially when it's a app that you're not sure of. If it's something like all our normal apps, you know that okay, I have an office that I can go to and make my complaints. But you know all these is it fintech
Yeah.
apps that are coming? So many stuff, they are capturing your data. Fine, you say that okay, that thing has shut down for that period of time. You're like, okay, you've even lost some money. You don't know what they are going to do next with those information. They are coming back next year, next 2 years, with,
Or
like
target you
yes,
with
with
stuffs.
worse stuff that you can never imagine. And then we're talking
Scams
about
and
Nigeria, Nigeria, Nigeria. You have to be careful, please. You really have to be careful.
So you guys, there was a time I saw it, but I can't remember the month or year exactly. But I know I saw a video where someone had to use like facial recognition to open his fridge or could see the contents of his fridge,
Without-
and yeah, without having to like open, you can just see everything that is
Everything.
inside.
Wow.
So the question now is, so imagine a world where you can use your face to unlock everything, your fridge, your kitchen, your gas, whatever. Would you find it convenient or would you find it creepy?
What did God give you hands for?
We are even mentioning this,
That's
we are
a
already
way to
finding
look at
creepy.
it, to be honest.
Honestly, you want to become redundant. You don't want to do anything. God created you for a reason. Why do you? Then if you don't need those things, you give it to people that need it.
they vex.
Honestly, now because I feel like this technology is going. It's sometimes I read some things
But
and I'm
then
like,
it's by
what?
choice. You can choose to use it.
You
No,
can't choose
why
to.
can't you not choose to use your hands? Then become disabled. Yes, now.
You can choose.
Yeah, it's true.
So
Give
you
it to
find
people
so
that
you find
need
it creepy. It won't be convenient
No,
for you at all.
I don't know. Jidechi,
Yeah, but
you
people
can-
that like
To be-
soft.
to be
Jidechi, you look like a
honest,
soft
to be
guy that
honest,
would just,
I think it's the same thing I've been saying since the beginning of this show. I would find it convenient, honestly. I would find it convenient, but I would find it convenient knowing fully well that we are in a world where, advanced. It's the thing is, okay, so let's look at it this way. We see it as advanced technology is to our benefit.
Yes.
The honest truth, and it's just like, which is good that she even went first, because as she said that, it made me have a rethink.
Yeah.
It's to our benefit, yes, but why we are like, have we not been surviving without
Without it.
It's like, okay, look at it this way: the motor cars, vehicles right now, they were created to make human beings move from one destination to another
another, yeah.
faster, right? Were people not moving before then?
They were checking.
We're
her.
checking. I beg, I like that one. I cannot.
Were people not moving? There were like horses, there were like donkey.
Yeah.
They were moving, right? So it's as simple as, with or without these things,
We are going to survive.
convenience or not, we would still survive. So it's just like I said, it's a trade-off. So we would obviously get to a point where somebody like Jola will not find the one she wants to find, so that she'll use her hand. Everyone they will sell to you would be something that would make you live a smart life.
Yeah.
Obviously, we'll get to that point. But
Yes.
the truth is that it's a trade-off. We cannot deny that the world is getting to that place where
True.
it will be part of our daily life. So we just have to come to terms with that fact, and also the fact that we are also putting our private lives out
Out.
there.
And I think one of the reasons why it's a trade-off because most of these apps are free. So,
Is it really free?
Yeah.
one of the ways they now generate their income,
Income.
is through data sharing.
Okay.
So you get it's through data sharing. So, for instance, if you're on Twitter for free. But one of the ways they need that is through your data and through the fact that they will sell you as one of the numbers that when businesses come, they can advertise. So that's how most of this app makes their money, except for platforms like Netflix and stuff that you have to subscribe. But so there's a reason why they are doing it in the first place, not just because they just love you or anything. There's a capitalist reason behind everything. So like you all have said, which I agree with, you now have to be aware that this could lead to a breach of privacy. So you need to you can choose a privacy.
But like what we're all agreeing to is now we're actually getting to that era that we would not even have a choice.
That is agreeable.
You get?
Obviously.
Right. But I feel like it's becoming it's so much of over like it's becoming too extreme. Fine, we appreciate the advanced technology.
July
We
is
love
so-
it.
July is
We
so
love it,
hardball
but
on
please
this.
can you take a like just slow down?
Who are you telling to slow down? The users or the creators?
But Nigerians
Which
are not
one?
really doing that much now, so we need to catch up and
Exactly, because
They're already using robots to serve food in restaurants.
That's cool.
Waiters, sorry to you, but by is it that you go and tell yourself to robots because by 2026 you still see one is it capitalist restaurant in Lagos that is using robot and everybody wants to go there because they are using robots to
for
serve
the
them.
aesthetics and stuff.
So I don't know if you cannot beg them with me now. You don't know what's going to happen to all of us too. So
artificial intelligence, they still always need human intelligence.
that's what they
also-
used to train them.
Organizations are hiring more data analysts.
But even
Because even if you're working in like a tech company, you still need someone to vet the data. You still need someone to read it because technology cannot be that perfect.
Yeah.
You have
GPT.
yeah.
Even if you need to write, you need to still write and use your intelligence to write.
yes.
If not to
And
give you the same
command,
thing you see
yes.
everywhere.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, there's still always the human factor and the human intelligence. You still always need a define corporate. But generally, regulations is just very important.
Yes,
You don't
I
want
feel
to
like
be
that's the
overwhelmed.
word. Regulations.
Regulations is
Jola,
very
since you are so
important.
angry,
Yes, I'm very
if
angry.
you're
I didn't know that this topic would make me angry like this.
she didn't see it coming.
I didn't
You'll
see
be
it
alright,
coming out.
don't worry.
So
She was like overwhelmed the moment she
Yeah, I heard the topic. I'm like,
Yeah.
Open fridge for you. She was like,
yeah.
why are you using your
So
eyes
if,
to
if
open
you now
fridge?
if you're in charge of implementing any facial recognitions for security, what safeguard measures would you put in place?
Like I said earlier, just read your terms and conditions. But since you don't like to read in Nigeria, whatever you
Oh,
see
God.
after it, you take it. But then, and then when it also comes to place a junction that you can't really have full control of it, then you minimize your usage of those apps. You can always find alternatives. Like you can always find alternatives. So I just feel like there's this. I don't really know because I'm not in the tech space, but you know, if you can appeal to people, that people should just take it easy now.
But I think there should be process and procedures
Yeah.
to getting this kind of information. So, for instance, we say we want to put cameras on all of our
Streets.
we need to know that there has to be government agencies that can access it.
Yep.
And not just any kind of government agencies. Maybe police can access it. And before they can also access it, they have to be like an accountability department. You have to probably get forms and filled. So if there's all of those accountability, even before you launch an app, before App Store puts it, maybe that's where we get access to it. The people of the app stores or the
App
tech
creators,
people
yeah.
and the regulators, the general regulators
They're
of
checking.
industries, they need to read it first because we all know that not everybody is going to be
Reading,
So
Everything,
we need to
yes.
go on
make
through.
sure that, okay,
I honestly feel that is needed for security purpose,
Yeah.
because I think it would go a long way in protection. Take for example, if just imagine if there were cams out there that could
Capture.
capture, we would not have these rampant cases of kidnapping. We would not
Mm.
have these
Yeah,
rampant
yeah,
cases
yeah. That the
of
benefits to
raping.
it.
We would not have
You'll be able to
rampant
solve
cases
problems
of
faster.
just like how security cameras can see this lady she puts Milo inside her skirts. She puts Milo on top of her
Yeah,
kiniko
yeah.
kiniko. She went to
She stole it now.
she stole or they still
I don't know.
She stole it like she kindly put it on that.
under in a
Okay,
top
she
or
put it- okay,
What
she
is
stole something
kindly
now.
put? Oh my god!
She
Oh
stole
my
something.
god!
When she don't understand, we are trying to make it,
yeah.
Wow! So somebody stealing nice.
kindly put it on her
I
skirt.
never heard that before.
New.
She borrowed
I never
it.
heard it.
Yeah, you've not seen where news that they say that somebody puts steals something from somebody and then they put it
Like
person
honestly,
puts-
like the way
eh.
they people steal these days. So I feel like AI
And that
cams. Then again, I saw this thing online where I saw abroad that AI cams were like the AI was trained. The AI cam was trained to just capture people throwing litter on the ground. So I feel like stuff like that will come in handy for Nigerians, people that like to break traffic lights, people that like to throw things on the floor. All those stuff will come in
Yes,
handy.
those people.
But when it comes to payments, things that are like confidential, I feel like we can also the government should help us regulate it properly.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's it.
So where do you think facial recognition is an invasion of privacy? We already know that one already, but where do we now draw the line between security and personal freedom?
Can we really draw the line?
That's the thing. It's not in our control.
I don't think it's.
You're right.
It's
How?
How?
We're not the one creating these things, though.
That's already like a line. Like
Mhm.
there's always a fine line between usage and privacy. So now,
You
Let's
can
say-
control what you
let's
use.
say a police officer now has
Okay.
access to my data. You know the way you can go to an
Those ones do not
organization-
use it very well, oh.
Yeah, I know. But you know the way you can go to an organization and you need to
Let's
sign
be
in.
for Nigeria.
I will lie, they will not use it very well.
And you put your name and your phone number.
Yeah.
You know the gate man can then take your phone number from them and text you and call you. But
Yes, I've even see. I'm so sorry to interject. God, I'm angry. I'm angry. I've even had a see. This one is not even face recognition.
Mhm.
Like
God.
I registered for something. Me, I don't even know what went over me. I'm not the kind of person that will just see something and just register for it. Then I'm now seeing that people will not be texting me. How my number getting to? I don't buy anything from this other person. I'm getting broadcast from you. Why?
MTN does that thing.
no, you would have
I'm seeing
done something
a
for you to
particular
get a
app.
message from MTN actually.
Exactly. I'm
They
seeing
will just-
like new apps that are just coming out. I'm like, why am I already in your database? Because I now remember, I registered this. So these people,
Yeah.
is a lie. They can come in false like pretense that this is what we're registering for. Something like, oh, you're registering to be a volunteer for something. Just
Yeah.
as simple as that.
Yeah.
And they are selling your data. So now what will happen? Tell me in this country when it comes to your face, big co and just
To be very honest, I think the best way to go about this is what Jola said.
yeah,
earlier,
you have to
because
just control your usage.
if we're being honest, there's really nothing in the
Can't do.
bigger scheme of things. Once it comes to business and the way the world works,
Mm.
it's between the government and not even regulators. To be very honest, not even regulators. I would say it's between the government and business owners. Like, okay, well, maybe regulators come into play sometimes because they strike kind of a balance. But at the end of the day, as a regular person, you are just a regular
Because
person
now,
because
if somebody
there's almost nothing you can, and that's
then
why
again, in the state
the
of this
point-
our country, how do you want to be careful? Because on gunpoint, no, for real. I'm just on gunpoint. Somebody's telling you open your back. My ex, where I used to work before, my ex colleague got robbed. Same GT Bank. They put her phone right in front of her eyes, like open your damn stuff, and they cleared the money.
Yeah.
So you are going to the back to tell them that they robbed you. Please, how do they want to? Because
How
it
do
was
they-
you that authorized
that
it. Do you get?
authorized it.
We can't in this country for now. Hey, let them
All these
stop it
people
for now.
do those
Nah.
things. Even if you are using just your PIN, they will tell you
Yes,
your
just
father,
you
your
get
friend,
so, and this one is even very easy. Even in your in
But
the
then again, we cannot catch them because we don't know their face.
exactly. So we can
have-
use those stuff. Let's use it for
Yeah.
our benefit.
Yeah.
General usage.
General
But when it
usage.
comes
What
to like your
kind of
personal,
benefits now? What kind of
they should
benefits?
start installing AI cams. Nigeria should invest in
On
that.
road,
They should
yeah.
not buy
Security
jets
cameras.
or exactly.
Yeah, security cameras,
Let's
yeah.
do that, especially for. I don't know why we've not spoken about that, especially with the rate of insecurity in our country now.
We don't have
Yeah.
we don't have street lights in Nigeria. Is it what we're talking about?
Let's talk about AI cams. Everybody,
Oh my God, please, let's be realistic.
protect yourself, Biko.
We don't have street lights.
there's-
You
there's
say,
solar lights.
oh, beg, I beg.
There are solar lights that they can actually invest in, but
No,
then
Yeah, solar lights.
Solar lights is private people in the
because
street they are
my
contributing.
estate did solar lights.
I don't know,
But
man.
those are individuals.
Misplaced
Like, nobody
priorities
can
in this
No,
country.
it's not.
Very misplaced priorities. I don't like to speak about this.
I mean, is it really citizens that now contribute money to put?
If government no do for you, you like say go do am by
And then
yourself.
Did you
when you
want to
finish
say-
installing the camera, who now reads, like, who now figures out who is who when something
And there's
goes bad?
Agbero that will come in the
Please.
midnight and come and remove the camera
Yeah,
and
there
sell.
are a lot of
Those-
things wrong with the country.
Yeah,
Let's not even start
that's
into it.
true. That's true.
I don't know, but there was a tweet. I don't know, was he Tonto Dike that made that tweet? Please, how can we come in as citizens to help? Look like the government can't do this.
Can
How can we come in? You see, bright smiles like this, Jidechi, Jamila, me, Simbiat, we are here. See, I'm not even in tech. I'm giving you this idea. Come and hire us. We will help you. And just come and conscious the country.
oh my
I
god.
think that's just a valid point. Because
Yeah.
That's better we can have these conversations. We also have to look at the kind of country we are in.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
is feasible. Like what he said, now we don't even have traffic lights. What are you talking about?
They say traffic
Some of
light
the
is already
traffic lights,
snapping.
they
All
work.
they know how to do is for you to be snapping people that have passed traffic lights. God, it is well with this country. Nigeria, we healthy.
Government, over to you.
Yes, over to you for
So
real.
let us focus. So if you're bringing this down to like the entertainment industry or shopping, personalized shopping,
Mhm.
what creative ways can it be used?
So like, can I go?
Yeah, sure.
Like for creative ways, hey, there's the downside to it, but like there are lots of ways. Imagine now you want to buy. I saw something. You want to buy a ring. There's like
Yeah.
an app that you can just
check your size.
check your size. You want to like maybe a makeover or something like this. You can just have something that can capture your specifications. Oh, this is our jawline. This is the length of our
Okay.
face,
The
measuring
eyebrows and
stuff like
stuff.
that are like
Don't be too
wonderful.
busy, that's why they apply the makeup for you.
No.
That's why they
That would be
employ
some
you.
next
No.
level shit.
No. It's just like
Available.
it's just like in architecture when you have to like set out the map for something. So instead of you to start going, some people when you want to
All
buy
the
stuff,
way.
they will actually like, oh, let's book an appointment. So all these things can be done virtually
Yeah.
and just with an app. So I feel like okay, those ones like
Yeah.
make a lot of sense.
Even with iPhone, if you want to measure
So many
diameter or something,
exactly.
you can just put your phone
Yes,
to measure.
yes. So I feel like in the creative industry, when it comes to makeup, when it comes to clothing, when it comes to even for in the health sector, when it comes to surgical procedures and all of that, I feel like it will come in very, very handy. But on the other side, when we now talk about entertainment, when it comes to voice acting, when it comes to
Video editing.
video editing, when it comes to animation, like they don't need you to be there to capture
Yeah, to
anything.
capture
They
it,
just
yeah.
like take your
voice.
data. So I feel like
Yeah.
it makes sense. So
Do you guys ever think that what if randomly these things could read your emotions?
are you not knowing that they're already installing brain chips inside brain?
Elon Musk did that one. Was it last week or so?
You don't know
Yeah,
anything yet.
last week he did the first.
What does your iWatch do? Apple Watch. What do you think it
Exactly.
I don't have
The
one.
exercise, when
Ah,
you
I don't have
is-
one. I don't have one.
does? I'm not wearing one. I'm just. You guys were going far, so I was just bringing you. I'll bring you home.
It can.
It's already no, but what that one does is, to my knowledge, it checks your health, and but I don't know if it tells you, oh, Jidechi, I think you look sad. You need a hug, or you look depressed.
Let me tell you something. You'll be
Relax.
surprised. You'll be surprised that some people somewhere are already creating these things.
I feel like it would be nice for someone to tell me, Jamila.
Then you don't need a
You look
boyfriend
sad.
again. You don't need to see a therapist when you're.
Well, yeah,
Place
For
people
that
will be
therapist,
out
though,
of
maybe-
jobs, man.
No, now,
Collect.
Place people will be out of jobs. You don't need to have companions since
We
you can
literally-
have
the truth
gadgets.
is that
No, they're already doing that. You know, they're
Exactly.
creating AI because of women
the
and
truth
stuff
is
like
that
You're replacing
I
humans.
think I'm based off. I mean, this is strictly based off this conversation we had today.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's great, but I think there's a fine line between good and then too much.
Exactly.
I think we are in
Extreme.
the stage of too much. So
Do
I mean,
you
some
know
of these
that
things, some of
Not
these.
in Nigeria, shall, because a lot of
Okay,
these things that
maybe
they have
maybe
there,
you might
they
say
don't
it
even
might
have
not
in
have come to Nigeria, but even
It's
at
coming
that, we
now.
are still in the age of it.
Yeah, we are
So
engaged, definitely.
it's a case of which I would not say, because it looks at this point it would seem like we've done a lot of the negatives, but I think one of the things this conversation has opened me up to is the fact that we really are in the stage of too much, because
Yes.
are they really necessary? If we're being honest to ourselves, are they really necessary?
Well, I feel like there's some things we could live without.
Exactly. Because
actually.
you see
Lots
somebody
of
holding
things, not a
iPhone,
couple of
iPad,
things, lots of
iWatch.
things we could live
And
Like,
without.
what's wrong with
it's
you?
for connectivity now, and
Connectivity. All these things all these things have your data like stored in their iCloud. Do you people know what iCloud is first? First of all, God.
I mean, it's like we said earlier, we really can't escape it. So let's live the
Exactly.
soft life, right? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm up for soft life, but when the people start losing their jobs, I'm not there.
So how can we now secure our jobs in cases like this?
You have to like, yeah,
It's not humans that are creating these things. Yeah, some people are creating
Fair
it
point.
yeah.
for
Humans will.
capitalist reasons.
No,
Yes.
I mean, the capitalist reason is there, but there's also the need to live a simpler life. And now I feel like I'm going to shoot myself in the foot again, because I think we were also living simpler lives then. Technology just sometimes complicates things too. In the
Yeah, do you
end.
know sometimes
It makes it simple,
Yeah,
but then
but
it
it looks-
complicates it at the same
For
time.
instance, when they are creating women as robots, it amplifies the idea that maybe women are objects or not humans. And I was looking, for example,
Really?
in Korea, there's a bathroom where they serve the body of a woman, like a
In a-
figure where a
uh,
man cannot urinate inside.
ah.
Oh come
Hey,
on!
which one?
Seriously?
Simbiat is carrying it to another level.
Yeah, so you can imagine the kind of problems that can create. So I'm agreeing to you guys that it's
How is that
possible
going to create any problem? I'm
So
just
I-
being curious,
Yeah,
asking
yeah.
now.
The way that it can refigures your mind when you are making the objects of you are making images
You're already
of humans,
objectifying.
you are objectifying them.
Yeah.
So it creates a problem of high sense of pornography. That's where people can kill and not even think about it. Serial killers
Children are growing up to see these
See
things
these
and
kind of things.
think they are normal.
and think they are normal. You see
Okay.
serial killers, if they interview serial killers, and they be telling you that they kill people
For the joy of
and it
it.
only starts with they'll tell you that there's no single serial killer that does not watch pornography, because they're already inventing their mind like these people are objects, they're not necessarily human before you now graduate.
But serial killers don't just kill women now, don't they kill men too?
Yeah, they
Exactly.
kill-
Like that's my
serial
issue
killers kill men.
with
Serial killers kill men. There's some serial
There are
killers
women serial killers too.
Exactly,
There's some
women
serial
kill.
killers that specifically kill men. Like for instance,
there are some women
Eh?
serial killers that kill men
Said
too.
bo-
Let's be clear on that.
There
You
was-
said?
There are people that they are all out for men too.
Yeah, there's serial killers
Exactly,
that kill
so-
men too. But if you do interviews with serial killers that kill women, many of them will tell you about how they always watch pornography. Now look at Korea.
Women watch pornography too.
Yeah, some women watch.
No, what is some? If you can say men watch,
Oh yeah, wait.
Don't let
Do
me
you
talk.
know
This is
that-
We are going too far like
Wait,
this.
the highest consumers of pornography are men. Do you know that?
Are you sure?
What's that?
I'm sure I heard somewhere that it's actually.
do you know that women? Let me take
I
you to
read
another
somewhere that
level.
it's
Let me
women.
take you to another. It starts right. It starts, but women are now they hide under that. When you want to go to a profile, I'm very sure a woman will say they'll say, "Are you male or are you female?" She'll put man there. I can tell you for a fact. Because of the so you can't just
When they
base
say, "Are you male
start
or are you
is
female?"
start is
Data,
start,
yeah,
but you
yeah,
cannot
correct.
say, oh, it is true. Let's do a like what they call it in mass communication. Let's do like a proper survey. We'll start conducting one CBR.
But when I'm going to
Wala.
kind of
Yes.
artificial intelligence,
Yeah.
I think it's for both sides, not just
more objectification and harm and
Yeah,
decide
yeah.
people's mentality in the way that it creates much and more problem for us. So I think that's where exactly. Then I wanted to point out something that he was talking about, that there can be good and harm, and I think it's the fine line of when is something good and when it's unethical. And I think there's always that conversations they live have inside. We can invent an event, but at what stage does it become unethical?
Ethical. Yeah. That's a nice one. Thank you, Simbiat. I just learned something new.
Thank you very much. It's been actually really hot in here. I really wasn't expecting you to get angry. You almost pushed me like this, but hey, God, I beg you. God, I beg you. But thank you. It's actually been, because we actually have to round up now. Yeah. It's been really interesting having you, and it's been really insightful. Me, I feel that if there's an opportunity for some, not like I said, I will not need man. I will need man, but it's. But
that's what you can pick out. Wow.
I wanted to end it on the light notes now. So if I
Jamila, create an app
I
specially
need the
for
hug.
Jamila.
I need the
Jamila is crying in front of her cats.
They're creating robots like that.
Yeah.
No,
sure.
I don't need a robot to hug me. I don't.
But
need
you can. Siri, there is Siri. Hey Siri,
life.
I want soft life.
or get Alexa. Alexa will tell you everything.
You know, sometimes you can be lying to you would be sad, but you may be lying to say that, okay, no, maybe it's just something else. So maybe if someone you are actually really,
Sure, you
really
see
sad.
what you are doing.
What did I do?
Jamila,
now?
do you like yourself at all?
That's what I said. Okay. Before they will roast me, we've come to the end of today's episode. Please don't forget to follow us on our social media page, GBA_podcast, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on Twitter. Thank you so much, guys, for joining.
Bye. Till next time.
Till next time. See you again. I didn't even add my gun. Now.
You too.